population about 3,000. It's like so many small southern towns. Jena is about 85% white, 13% black, and people here are, for the most part, civil to one another. Still, blacks and whites keep largely to themselves. Social life here is built on two enduring pillars: high school football and church on Sunday.
Probably this way true in most places in the South, that the most segregated hour in America is Sunday morning, 11 o'clock.
But civility and tolerance were splintered just over a year ago, on August 31st, 2006, when number 33, Kenneth Purvis, a star junior fullback for the Jena Giants, asked if he and his friends could sit under this large oak tree on the high school grounds. A tree that Purvis and other black students believe was an unofficial gathering place reserved for white students only. Why did you want to go there?
I wanted to be more integrated.
Why?
Because it's always just separate over there. It's just separate.
Kenneth Purvis and his friends got a quick and clear answer from a school official. You can sit anywhere you want. The day after Purvis and his friends gathered under that tree, they were sent an unforgettable message. So you come to school the next day.
Yes, ma'am.
And what did you see?
It was 3 nooses hung up in the tree.
3 nooses hung from the tree.
I could not believe it. I joked about it, laughed about it, thought it was funny that somebody would actually do it. But, that was an offending thing.
This educator, who wants his identity hidden for fear of reprisals, has been teaching in Jena for a decade. He wasn't at all surprised when he learned which white students hung the nooses.
Knowing the kids, or having been around the kids, yes, I do think that they knew what was involved. I think they knew exactly what they were doing.
Another little thing that kept reminding us about it.
Most of the white students, like Anna Marie Ranton, were confused and on edge. You're coming in as a freshman, and this noose incident happened. Did you even understand what was going on?
I was scared, especially as a freshman. But it, nothing ended up happening, and I felt like, people made a mistake and that it was all blown out of proportion.
The nooses were quickly taken down, and the 3 white students who hung them were identified. Principal Scott Wyndham wanted them expelled. The kids, in fact, were a pretty mixed bag. None had any prior run-ins with the law. One of them wound up getting expelled for bringing brass knuckles to school. Another boy left high school because, as his mother told us, he hadn't brought home a notebook since the 7th grade anyway. Now, the 3rd boy finished high school. Matter of fact, his mom is a special education teacher who, we are told, taught her son to respect everyone. But after their parents appealed to the school board, the expulsions were overturned. Instead, they were suspended for less than a week and allowed to return after counseling sessions. Black parents were furious.
We had several incidences where white kids committed major offenses at school, vandalizing through gluing locks, and the kids weren't even suspended from school. They were given cleaning duties around school.
Tensions between white and black students rose. The very next day, when Kenneth Purvis and his friends gathered under that tree a second time, there was some shouting, but no violence. So you and the other black students saw the nooses, and you decided, all right, we're all going to sit under that tree again.
Yeah, that's how it happened.
That's how
we just went over and sat on the tree again.
Then, longtime District Attorney Reed Walters was summoned to speak to a hastily called school assembly of students and teachers. Michelle Jones, a substitute teacher, was at the assembly.
He told the kids that, see this pen in my hand, I can end your life with the stroke of a pen.
The DA said, see this pen in my hand?
Yes.
With the stroke of this pen,
I can end your life.
I can end your life.
Yes.
What kind of message did that send to you?
Like, he was serious. He was going to, mainly, I was feeling he was mainly directed to the black kids.
Billy Fowler sits on the LaSalle Parish School Board. He's the only board member who agreed to speak on the record. Teachers and students said he held up his pen and said, see this pen? With the stroke of this pen, I can end your life.
Well, that apparently happened. I think that's some wordage that he wished he could retract. As high-tempered as I am, I probably would not have done that.
Reed Walters has been the elected district attorney in LaSalle Parish for 16 years. Not only did he issue those threats, 3 months later, he acted on them. So what began as a simple request to sit under a tree would soon reach a boiling point. That tree isn't here any longer. It's been cut down. But before long, what happened at this high school would lead to a chain of events that would stir echoes of the civil rights movement of the 1960s. Coming up, 6 black students charged with attempted murder. Do you feel justice is being served?